But it's just so cute.
It is so
was just
cute.
like, oh, in 10 years we'll be married. Like, I'm like,
yeah.
like, just even like that. He was just so romantic, but he would put up this front like, I don't give a f- about anything or anybody. Like,
I know. I'm like, oh, you're such a sensitive little baby.
Literally, I'm like, come on. Just a disclaimer, this is a very emotional episode. We're going to get really deep. We're going to talk about addiction, grieving process, loss, suicide, all of it, depression. Yeah, we're going to get deep. Hi guys, welcome back to the Brutally Honest podcast. My name is Sabrina and I'm here with my sister Parker.
Hi.
Oliver isn't here right now because he's still taking a break, so it's just me doing my best. Anyway, I'm here with Parker. This is Cooper's sister.
Yeah, my name is Parker and I am from Laguna Beach. I am a celebrity wardrobe stylist here in LA. Mm-hmm. Been doing this for 4 years. And here we are now. Here we are on this podcast.
Yes. We're gonna get deep today. And
yay.
I'm like nervous, but also like, no, I'm nervous. Are you nervous?
I'm nervous.
Yeah.
But I'm glad.
I wasn't nervous until I woke up this morning.
Same. Then I was like, you know what? No, actually I'm like a little nervous right now. I'm definitely shaking a little bit, but as long as like we're in this together, it's more comfortable and I'm happy about that for sure. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about like our life for the past year and just, you know, what's been going on.
Yeah.
It's been a lot.
It's been a lot.
A lot. But yeah, I don't really talk about it online. So this is going to be like one of my first times talking about it.
Same.
Yeah.
Same.
We don't, it's one of those things.
It's one of those things. I love how me and you were just like so nervous right now. We're like, what do we do? I don't know.
It's just
a topic that's
the topic. Yeah.
That's just hard for you and I. And like,
yeah.
It's something that I feel like me and you both have suppressed in a way.
100%.
And even like when we talk about it with each other, like we don't really like talk about it with each other.
We don't talk about it.
Yeah.
We're just both kind of like,
I love you. We're good. I swear.
No. Like even right after it happened, we were just both like,
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't talk. We never. I don't think we ever actually sat down and talked about it. Like really talked about it.
I know.
We never have.
So now here we are, almost a year later.
Yeah.
June 9th, coming up. I don't even know what the date is right now, but I know it's coming up.
It's coming up.
And yeah, how are you feeling?
Terrible. Dude, what the like actually I didn't think because I did a really good job at just like holding it together after, but the year for some reason every day that gets closer to the 9th it's like in the air, like I feel it. It's so weird.
It is. And like for me, I sat down with Shannon and Jaden a few weeks ago and I was like, and like with my new mans and also with Alex, we all were out and I was like, guys, like I'm like feeling like really, really like scared inside and I'm about to like have a mental breakdown pretty much. And I was like, if I get a little bitchy in the next few weeks, like it really has nothing to do with any of you because I love and appreciate you all so much. Mm-hmm. I'm just like a lot. It feels like it's closing in on me.
Yeah.
And sometimes I just don't express myself in the right ways and I'm trying to, but during this time it's definitely been more stressful and
it's really
harder to breathe.
It's intense. Yes, it's just intense. Like I've been like, cause sometimes I don't know. I didn't really start like grieving until like January of this year.
And that's okay. That's
like,
your process.
I was just fully like I completely blocked out for like 6 months. And then I was like standing in the shower the other day and then I was like, wait, what the is this feeling? And so it like, it's like a wave. And I was like, oh my God, this sucks.
It's just like so weird because I feel like there's just from this situation, like me being Cooper's sister, there's no proper way of grieving. Like no one can tell you how to grieve or what the steps are, like even though there's like steps to grieve or whatever, like that you would read in books, like there's not like those, like maybe you feel those emotions, but there's no like correct order. Like there's no like guidelines on like how to grieve and when to, and when's appropriate to go back to resume to like live your life and whatnot. Like, so if you started your grieving process in January, that is completely okay. Yeah. That's your journey. And obviously as the like ones that like love you, like we support you in every way that you need us to. Like for instance, like I started therapy like probably 3 months after his passing. Then I quit maybe like 2 months in. And then I just started again with 2 different therapists. Woohoo. Like starting like a month and a half ago.
Yeah.
So it's just your journey, your time, like what you're comfortable with. And yeah, like no one can tell you or judge you or tell you any differently.
I was like, I think I went mom mode totally. And I was just like,
I feel you.
I need to take care of everybody. This is really bad.
Yeah.
And then I was like in denial. And then I went to therapy. Like my first day of therapy was like the day after. And that same day I got put on antidepressants.
Yeah, I remember you telling me that.
So I literally like, and I was on really, really like intense medication. And I didn't feel anything for like 6 months.
Which is like, I mean, I'm not a doctor, but like I don't think that's good.
For me, like it backfired because then once I got off of them, I was like, oh God, like,
yeah.
I was like, yo, I had like blocked out everything. Like, which in the moment, maybe I needed, but like it shouldn't have gone on for so long because then I got off of them in January and I was like, wait, I'm behind.
But like, there's no like behind though. So it's like, it's okay. Like, you know, it's life. Like, you know, we just got to go through the emotions, the steps, I guess. And now you're in your healing process. And like, how's that been for you?
Sorry. I laugh when I just laugh.
So how's that been for you?
I'm like,
tell me how's that been.
It sucks, dude.
It's ass. It is ass.
It's the worst. It sucks.
Yeah.
It sucks. Like, I get mad. I'm just always really angry about it. Like, I just get really pissed off.
Like, literally sickening.
Yeah,
like, literally sickening. So like, we're laughing now, but it's like actually like, you know, like, like stab in the heart. Like, it's literally like not funny.
Like, but what are we supposed to do? You know,
like for me, I think this one person, and she reached out to me after his passing, and she was like, oh, because her brother passed a year prior, and she was just telling me like, you know, now you get to live for 2, and so that really stuck with me because I was like, I know my brother so well. Like, we were best friends. Like, he was like the brightest light, the funniest dude. Like, and I just know that he would want me to like continue living on and like live with him. Like, he's living through me. Yes, he's living through me, and we're just like, he's on this journey of life with me. And I can see like every day, like in my life, when I make important decisions, I can see and feel when he's there and approving of them and when he's not. Like, he's been like in some, like, you know, when he passed, I was in like some toxic relationship, and he was like giving me every sign to get out. And I was like, oh, it was so hard. And like, you know all about this, and like, we don't need to get like into it, but it was just like, whoa. And then when I finally cut it, everything beautiful started like to happen in my life. Like my relationships with friends just like got deeper, and like I'm like a very like tough girl, so it's really hard for me to get deep. Yeah. But I've been like allowing myself to be more vulnerable, and like now I'm like with a new person who's absolutely amazing, who literally sat me down one night and was like, would your brother have liked me? And which is so important. And I was like so taken back. I was like, yeah, I think so. I like, of course, because he's already sent me like so many signs. Like when me and him go out to dinner or lunch, like I'll get like a 28, like the number, like my order number 28, or like little things. I'll see like a butterfly like flying over, and I'm like, wow, like, okay, like this is maybe, I don't know if it's my forever like person, but like at least I know that my brother's approving of this person, and like everything right now, like because I've been taking the steps to heal myself, everything in my life has been going pretty good when it comes like to everything right now. And I'm like really grateful for that. And I feel like the same with you. I feel like you've cut a lot of dead weight.
Yeah.
in your friendships and relationships that have helped you get to a healthier state of mind.
I completely agree. I just think the way it all happened was like so intense.
I agree.
I was like, okay. Like,
I agree.
that was like the last, like, you know, I was like, there was no way anything else can possibly happen to me after this. And nothing has so far.
Yeah, you know what? That was it.
That was it. Like,
yeah.
And on it, also that, I was like,
I mean, should we like, do we need to give like a little backstory of what we're talking about? Like,
we're talking about my attempt. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah.
Okay.
Because after my attempt, I lost like 90% of the people in my life. It was just a lot, and it was intense, and it was crazy. And after that, I was like, okay, I need to like really sit here and like think about my life and like my decisions and everything. And I did. And then I was like, why am I so like messed up? Like, I was like, why is my head so messed up right now?
No.
And then, I mean, it was true. And I was like, oh, like I haven't let myself grieve. I was like, that's why I'm so messed up.
Yeah.
Because I was like, I literally sat there and I was off my meds. My mom's like taking care of me, everything. And I was like, what is wrong with me? Yeah. And then I was like, oh, like I literally have been in denial for 6 months. Like I need to start grieving. And then I did. And I was like, this really sucks.
It really sucks to grieve. Really sucks. But at least like you recognize that and you're like, oh, like I haven't properly grieved and now I'm going to do so. And like also with the people that, you know, have left your life after your attempt or like even after like Cooper's passing, you know, that's okay. Like those friendships clearly just weren't meant to stay.
Yeah.
You know, when you're like young, you're 21
like
and you're going to have so many people come in and out. And especially living in Los Angeles, it's like really hard to meet your good group of friends.
Yeah.
And it's okay. Like that just means like they just didn't suit you and there's better and out there for you.
It's also one of those things where I'm like, I think every single person that's ever been in my life has taught me something like good.
Yeah.
Like
even
has
the
taught
bad
me
people.
Great lessons.
For sure.
So I'm like, I'm grateful for all of them.
Yeah. Like
I've gained so much knowledge and that's like good.
Yeah.
It sucked in the moment, but like it's good.
It is good. All like friendships, it's crazy because like I know you lost a lot of friends. Like I've lost a lot, like not a lot of friends from this, but it definitely opened my eyes to like who's a real one and who's not. Like I had these two best friends of 15 years, like 15 years of my life. They were my best friends. Like one of them was gonna be like my maid of honor. And she was nowhere to be found after Cooper passed. Like nowhere. I had never really heard from her. She never showed up. I haven't seen her in like a year and a half at this point. And like right now. And then I heard that they were talking poorly about me and the situation and like my brother and how I gained like followers on Instagram, how I was happy about that from his passing, which I actually, oh my God. It made me sick when this information was told to me to where I just went into my room, called Alex in. Alex is like one of my best friends who I live with. And I just started sobbing to her because I was like, that's like the most like hurtful thing after 15 years of friendship. Like you're going to just go around saying these like rumors when social media, I don't give a shit. My blood, my brother died.
Yeah.
Like I would do anything for him to be here right now. I would do anything. And it was just so hurtful and they're cut. Some people in your life, doesn't matter if they've been in your life for 15 years, 1 year, 3 years, it doesn't matter. If they don't suit you and they're not there for you, they're not your ride or die, they're not supporting you, encouraging you, uplifting you, giving you positive energy vibes, then clip. Easy clip.
Well, I need to like be like you. I need to be like you.
I mean, as you just get older, you just like you just want to deal with less bullshit. It's like, why would I sit back and deal with this when it's not even worth it? It's like, cool, we had a great 15 years. Bye. You're like, this is unforgivable. And like, I'm a very forgiving person, but this is unforgivable.
Yeah.
Hell no.
Especially like, bro, over Instagram followers, like.
No, like insane. Like insane. Like that's the last thing. Like everyone unfollow me. I don't give a.
Like who?
I don't give a.
I was like deleting them. Like I was just like, I made me spiral because I was like, what do you guys want from me? Like, what do you want to see? Yeah. You know, it was like, this isn't reality TV. This is not.
Yeah.
Like, we're literally
this is like real life.
This is real life.
Like this is like your boyfriend,
the worst
or
thing
like
that's ever happened to me. Like it's not.
No. Like how do you think like your fans reacted to his passing? Like when it came to you, like were they like supportive of you?
I think at first it was like this big wave of like, oh my God, everyone needs to go check on Sabrina right now.
Yeah.
But then I think like maybe, Jesus, like a week passed, whatever, a couple weeks. And then it was like, it was so intense because I was getting like blamed and like put on because like of the breakup.
Yeah.
So I just had to like sit in anything. I couldn't open my phone without it being like something. Like I was getting blamed left and right, like up and down. Like it was crazy. Yeah. And then it's just like no one really saw like, you know, me taking him to therapy and me going and cooking him dinner and like him coming over and me making sure he was like clean and like literally clean, like literally like what, like showered.
Yeah. No, I know. I remember I was like with you. Like we took him to the beach. One day with we did that.
And like
we were really there for him as much as he would allow us to be.
As much as he exactly, because like there was so you know, he just wasn't himself.
Yeah.
Like even when we went to the beach, like he literally thought we were like he didn't know we were broken up.
I remember he was like, "You're my girlfriend," and you were like, "What?"
And I was like,
I forgot. Well, how long was it that you guys broke up before?
Dude, like a month.
A month, right? But you guys like still obviously had a close relationship.
Yeah, like
and so when people were like they weren't even together, and it's like
honestly, like what had really changed is like we just didn't live together.
Yeah, like, yeah, you were still like
I was still
on girlfriend duty. Just you guys just didn't live together anymore.
Yeah, because and no one really no one knew any of that. So of course everyone's like, oh my gosh, they broke up. Timeline wise, I get it. Like
for sure,
they broke up. A month later, like he passes. Yeah. And it's like, oh my God, like you weren't there. You didn't do what you needed to do. Like, and then I'm sitting here like, oh my God, it was literally this like wall and we couldn't get through.
Totally. Yeah. And that was up to him to like want to get through.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we tried. So it's just, I literally did not know how to handle it because like I was just, and it was in such a mass, like, everyone was like saying these things about me to the point where I was like, oh, maybe they're true. Like I literally had to sit there and be like, oh my God, like what did I do? What did I do? Like, yeah. And then I had this like crazy guilt like on my chest.
For sure.
Which is why I was like, okay, I need something. And then I got medicated. Yeah. Which was like also really my downfall.
Yeah. Which is like, maybe it wasn't the best thing, but like also, you know, everyone's different.
I literally couldn't handle it like on my own. I was like, I can't do this.
Yeah. It was a really, really rough.
Yeah. Like, I didn't like the narrative that was like painted about me after was like so up.
Same, sister.
It was
the hell.
I literally was like, how could anyone even possibly be saying these things? Like it blew my mind.
It was crazy. Yeah. Like for me, like people were like, you guys weren't even close. Like he hated you. And it's like, absolutely not. That was my brother. That was my blood. Like we talked every single day. I would check in on him every single day. I talked to him that morning and afternoon before he passed. Like I don't even need to justify like my position with my brother. Like I don't like you guys can all think what you want, like what you wanted in the moment, but hell no. Like that was my best friend. Like we used to live together, which no one knows.
Yeah,
like,
that's how I met you.
Yeah, we used to live together. That's how we should get into that too.
That was
like
really crazy. He's so like, why did you do that, Cooper?
Oh my God. Yeah, like literally. So he like moved in with me for about like a year. And I just remember like Sabrina like coming in and I was like, who the I remember my mom being like, be nice, Parker, be nice. Like Sabrina's coming for a week from Florida. Like she's staying with your brother and you. I was like, whoa, like no one told me this shit, but like, okay, like who is this? Like I was like, who is this? So she's bleach blonde. Like, I was like, what an era. But like I am like the type, like I've met or like when people that like Cooper liked
like
in the
when he
past,
was like dating,
when he was like dating around, whatever, would come over to like our house, I would immediately be like, absolutely not. Like, absolutely not. Like, who is this chick? I was just like such a protective sister. Like, I'm 5 years older. So I was always like on the lookout, on the like, I gotta like be in the loop. Like, I gotta do a background check. Like, I'm like going crazy. whatever, all out of love. When Sabrina walked in, I was like, oh, I just felt like such positive energy. And immediately I was like, I love her. And like, here we are like years later and like, we have a lifetime to go.
Yeah,
my sister.
And like Cooper literally was like, I don't know what you did, but my sister likes you. I was like,
yeah, he like knew like I like did not like anyone. Like like, I'm just an older sister.
Yeah.
Don't blame me. But I like love you and loved you loved you the first day that you came walking in the door, sister.
No, and then I met like your mom and dad and I was like, what the fuck? Like, it was so exciting. So I was like, oh my God. Like, you guys were so welcoming and like so nice to me. And your mom.
Yeah.
She was like so sweet to me. And I literally would like, I would like be laying in bed with Cooper and it's like, she would like walk in with like desserts and stuff. Yeah. And I was like, oh my God.
She's like literally the mean girl's mom, like, need a condom?
No,
like,
literally.
I'm like, oh my God. Like, what in the hell? Like, I swear, it was just so funny.
It was so amazing. And I was like, this is like crazy. And then I just started running away to Laguna like every week.
But it's like so nice. It's like, get me the hell out of LA. Yeah. Like, it's like, I'm going this weekend. It's like, I need a break. Me and
Cooper would literally like be laying in bed in LA and we'd just be like, okay, yeah, no. we get in the car and we'd like drive to Laguna.
It's time to go.
I'm like, I'd just be like, I really feel like I need to be babied by your mom right now. And he'd be like, honestly, me too.
Yeah, literally. Like, I literally came home like last weekend or like I don't even know when, like a few weekends ago. And my mom was like, are you hungry? Do you want me to make you a quesadilla? I was like, yes. She's like cleaning up my plate for me.
She like,
and I was
took
like,
care
this
of
is
me
so
when I got
nice.
surgery.
Yeah.
She's like,
you and Cooper both got surgery at the same time. He got his like nipple thing. I don't even know what it was. It was like, he's always had like this growth in his nipple. And I was always like, yo, looks like you got a little titty. Like, you got that little thing removed.
Noticed it.
I'm like, I noticed everything. I'm like, I'm such a bitch.
He
I'm
was
like,
so
get it
insecure
removed.
about it. I'd be like, I don't even know what you're talking about. And then he was like, I'm getting surgery on Saturday. I was like, I'm getting surgery on Saturday. What do you mean?
Me too.
Like, what?
Me too.
It's like, you copied me.
Yeah.
And then we just both, who drove me to Laguna? I don't know. I actually have no idea.
Yeah, honestly, how did you get to Laguna?
How did I spawn in Laguna? Maybe.
I don't remember.
Like, who like grabbed me like nose job, like all messed up.
Yeah, it's like nose job number 2. It's like
literally
shout out.
Who took me to Laguna?
Oh my God.
It's like definitely did not get surgery in Laguna. So
no. I don't know. I'm like thinking maybe it could have been me.
Probably.
Could have not been me, but like, I don't know. This is a while ago.
Oh my gosh, he took his entire Xbox
to Laguna.
Do you remember that? He took his entire video game setup to Laguna so that he could like play video games while he was in recovery. It was the craziest.
I can't. For me, like,
me and Treva were like,
for me, it's like I don't like it when guys play video games. I don't know why. It's just like annoying. It's like, pay attention to me.
Oh, I was playing video games with him.
Okay, like that's fun. Like I'll do like a Mario Kart situation
together. Oh, I love Mario Kart.
Like the fun ones where I'm like, I know what to do.
No, we
like I can't do like Call of Duty. Like I don't, or GTA. Like I don't know what the hell is going on there. Like that's like out of my range.
It was so fun. He would stream like these scary games and then I would just sit next to him and react.
Dude, I can't. I literally have a video on my phone somewhere. Like I got it. It's just like the whole world has to see it at one point. But like he's like at Greenleaf. Mm-hmm. So Cooper, Quentin, and Jaden lived in a house in Sherman Oaks on Greenleaf, which we just call it the Greenleaf house.
Yeah.
And that place was disgusting.
Oh, it was
disgusting. It was so gross. But like love you all, but so gross. And I remember going in being like, let's go like get food one day. And he was like in his video game. Like he was like in it to win and was just screaming at the top of his lungs. And like Quentin was coming in like, what's going on? What's going on? And like Cooper's just like their headphones. And I'm like, I gotta go.
No, that was like.
And he was like so in it that I went to lunch by myself. Thanks.
No, that was every day. Like
every
when
day.
we were living together, he was definitely in his like video game phase.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Iconic. No.
Honestly, I would like wake up because dude, for like the last 6 months, he was an early bird. It was so weird.
He was an early riser. He would text me at like 8 a.m. like let's go work out or like set me up with a meeting today like to go like talk to like X
whoever.
About business. And I was like, okay.
No, he was like waking up at 8 a.m. and I'd like sleep until like noon.
Yeah, you sleep in, sister. I'm like sometimes it's like 2 p.m. I'm like, Sabrina, wake the up.
That
please?
Also, actually, like now that we're talking about that, for the like 6 months after he passed, I was waking up at like 5 p.m.
Oh, you were. I remember that.
It was really bad.
It was really bad.
But it's not like I was going to bed at like 4 a.m. No, I was going to bed at like 10.
Yeah, you just were like,
I was
heavily
just,
depressed.
like, so heavily. I literally would like not see daylight for like weeks. I would just sleep.
I mean,
your mom was
the process.
Literally like, you need to get up. Like,
I know. I remember my mom calling me being like, you need to go like get Sabrina and like get her out. And I was like, okay. But it's like, you know, like during that whole time, I feel like, I mean, it's only been not even a year, almost a year. But like, you know, there's a lifetime to go. Mm-hmm. But still, it's like, it's still early. Like, I feel like how you said you just started grieving in January. Like for me, I feel like I blacked out like pretty much until like a few months ago.
Yeah, it's like you were like floating through it. Like just like doing.
Yeah. Like even I look back and I'm like, I can't believe I went to Europe shortly after.
Yeah.
But like, to be fair, my friends were like,
thank God you went to Europe.
Yeah. No, I wasn't eating. I wasn't sleeping. Like I would literally just like, I couldn't even speak. Like I wasn't even on my phone. My friends were like, we had this trip planned, whatever, to go to a wedding of one of our close friends for a while at this point. And I was like, I'm not going. My friends were like, you are coming and you can go, you can do your own thing. Like if you need your alone time, do your own thing. But like, you need to get the hell out of this place because you're drowning yourself. And I was like, you know what? It. I went. And honestly, I'm happy I went. Like people were shitting on me because I was like on a boat, like dancing or like smiling. But like, little do you know, like, that was the one time I went to the back of the boat. I was on the front of the boat the entire day crying by myself. Yeah. Like social media is fake. Like fake. I'm not out here like living my best life. Happy. Like, no, I'm like literally majority of the time, like on that trip, like by myself, like just crying, like walking around by myself. Like I just needed like a change of scenery. So I'm glad I went. But yeah, like no one knows like how I was feeling or what I was dealing with inside. Like it was, you know, like there was times on the trip when like my friends had to like comfort me and, you know, like hold me and stuff because I was a mess.
It's just crazy. Like it's really insane. And even like there's whole narrative that like, oh, like Cooper and you were fighting that last month, or like Cooper and me were fighting. It's like, yeah, we were. Like we were all really like, you know, like
frustrated.
Frustrated.
Yeah.
Like of course, yes, everyone was literally like freaking out. Like,
yeah.
It's just like, and what that this like the okay. Like,
yeah.
Does that erase like everything else?
No, not at all.
It's just like the thing I've like come to the conclusion with social media is like they just want a good story.
Of course.
They want an entertaining, good story. So even if like you put all the facts in front of their face, like it's like people are just gonna make up a narrative that's the most entertaining. Yeah. Like the best story. For sure. It's literally a show. Like it's a reality TV show. That's what
I feel like during that, like right when he was passing, it was more of like, because this isn't like a normal like I've experienced death in like you know, like a grandma situation, but like this was like a public death. So it's been a wild ride, and it being blasted out on the internet was honestly one of the most hurtful things because my family and I weren't allowed to tell relatives in time, close friends in time, because this one source decided, you know what, let's get ahead of it. But it really took a toll on my family, and it really hurt us because people were blowing us up being like, is this true? And we're like, we haven't even slept. Like it was like the next morning, boom. And it was like, I couldn't even breathe. I couldn't collect my thoughts. Neither could my parents. Like my poor parents, their son, like their only son just died out of the blue suddenly, which is one of the worst phone calls they've received, I've received. It's so traumatizing that whole night. Yeah. And having to like deal with it publicly was just like so up, and something I don't know. Like I don't want to deal with that ever again.
Oh, that was a really, really crazy night. Like I remember literally like getting the phone call, and then like what, an hour later, I go on his Instagram, and I like saw like comments, and I was like, how the do you get, like, how did you, and I'm like calling people, like, you know, like random people in LA being like, fly high. I'm like, don't comment that right now. I literally had to call people and be like, delete your comment right now. Like let his family deal with it. Yeah. It's like, don't comment things
I feel like people, like, even if it's public or not public, forget that, like, people that pass have, like, families, have relatives, have siblings, like, have girlfriends or boyfriends or whatever. Yeah. Like they just everyone, it's like a race on social media. It's really weird, but I don't appreciate it, and I haven't appreciated it.
No, it was really, everything about it was just really bad.
Really bad. Really bad.
It was so bad. Like it was so bad.
Yeah.
Like even like the video he posted beforehand.
No, I look at old videos of like us in Mexico. Like for instance, like my family and I have been going to this place in Mexico since I was like 7, maybe. Cooper was 2. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And, you know, we took Sabrina there a few times. And like one of the last times like we were there, like we were making like funny TikToks and just being like silly with each other and just like swimming in the ocean and like swimming in the pool and like just being like more like just funny and like ourselves. And like, I'm just glad I got to like experience like that with you guys and like have so much fun because like, yeah, he was him and
he was him.
He was just so funny. Like, oh my gosh, so funny.
He was so funny.
Oh, he like loved McDonald's too. I'm like just thinking of, like the things that he liked. It's like gross food.
No, there's this one video online. I forgot what we were doing. We were doing like an interview or something, and like McDonald's gets brought up, and this man screams like at the top of his lungs about McDonald's, and I like laughed for like 10 minutes because I was like, I've never like wow. Like, yeah, this man loved McDonald's.
Loved Taco Bell. Like what else? Like probably everything.
Everything.
Candy. Ugh. Well, no, I'm saying, like I love candy too. I'm like, but it's like, can't eat it as often as I'd like to.
You know, it's like so. I feel like I might have talked about this online, but like one of like my things with him, and it was just so interesting. The only time, like one of the like he would literally do anything that I would like ask him to is when I was hungover.
Oh my god!
Like I don't know how to describe it to you, but like and we could like I would wake up, he'd be up at 8 and he'd have like 3 different meals like ready for me. He'd
Amazing.
be like, take your pick. Like, what do you need? And he would like order me everything I needed. Like electrolytes, Gatorade, water, like Tylenol, like ready to go. Anytime I was home. And I was rarely ever hungover with him, but I remember my 20th birthday.
Rough. I was there.
Rough.
I was holding your hair, sister.
Rough. It was really bad. Don't underage drink. Sorry, I'm not condoning anything, but just being honest here. Just being brutally honest. I was down bad.
You were down bad?
Down bad. Oh my God. I got babied for like 4 days after that, and I was like, yes!
Oh my God. That was such a fun night. I actually
that
was really fun.
I remember having so much fun.
We were at 40 Love, taking photos at the photo booth.
That was so fun.
Drinking, then we went back to your guys' apartment, and we're just like hanging out, listening to music.
And then I hit a wall.
And then all of a sudden, everyone's like, where's Sabrina? And then it's like, goes into the bathroom. Oh my gosh, she's just like face down in the toilet. I'm like, move over, everyone. Older sister's coming in, just holding her hair.
Cooper's like walking and like handing me like just like cold pieces of toast.
He's like, really?
He's like, eat the bread. Like, no.
Like a little duck. Eat the bread.
Literally, like, no. He's like, not eating the bread.
He's like going. I swear they were playing video games actually too.
I swear. 100%. I'm like literally. I was so down bad. But yeah, he would take care of me like he would treat me like royalty if I was hungover.
I love it. Like when I found out that he got you a Dyson, I was like, I want a Dyson.
Oh my gosh, he did the cutest little things. He was so good for romantic.
You. As a sister, I was like,
no, he was really romantic. Like, and he put up this front. He would put up this front, like that video. Like the video of like me, which I'm gonna post for his.
The one that you made recently.
Yeah.
Okay.
At the end of it, like when we're just like. Oh,
so funny.
But it's just so cute.
It is so cute.
Like, in 10 years we'll be married. Like, I'm like,
yeah.
Like, just even like that. He was just so romantic, but he would put up this front like I don't give a about anything or anybody. Like,
I know. I'm like, you're such a sensitive little baby.
Literally, I'm like, come on.
People are like, oh, he had like face tattoos and neck tattoos. I was like, no, he would never. My mom would spank
literally,
him.
Like, no
way.
And he would just be like, no, I'm gonna get one. I'd be like, your mom's going to beat your ass. No, you are not. Like,
no. He was such like a sensitive, kind-hearted soul that really did care about everybody and really like, felt so everyone. Yeah, I'm so lucky to call him my brother.
Yeah.
I
mean, I remember like that day. Like, it's so insane to think about because I remember you calling me and being like, I haven't talked to Cooper today. And I was like, no, I haven't. And then you were like, I have a feeling. And I was like, I have a feeling too. And
Yeah.
you straight up said to me, like verbatim, I remember this. You were like, I don't know, it feels like death. Like it sounds and it feels like death. And I was like, yeah, I have a weird feeling. And then we all just started freaking out.
So, yeah, so where I was when we're past, or like the scenario. So my parents received like a weird phone call. And then that's when I started blowing everyone up. Like you, Hunter, Shannon, Jaden, Nessa, like everyone, like in the close circle, like, have you guys heard from Cooper? And no one had. So things were just getting weirder. And the person that called my parents wasn't answering their phone. And I got the number from my parents and I was trying to call and no one was answering. So I just came back from a long day of work and I was like, my head, I was like, it's probably fine. Then I was like, I remember taking a shower and I had the weirdest feeling. I was like, he's not here anymore. And like the whole like shower just stood there and I was just like, something's really wrong. And Hunter called me and was like, I'm coming to pick you, because his girlfriend lives like 2 minutes away from me. So he's like, I'm at my girlfriend's. I'm going to come get you right now. And let's go find him. Because the thing about our friend group, the best part is like we all have each other's locations. So like we can see like where each other's at like all the time. So
his was off.
Yes.
His was off.
But his location was last like seen in Burbank. And so Hunter picked me up with his girlfriend and Jules came with me. It was me, Jules, Hunter, and his girlfriend. Hunter's driving. We're on our way to Burbank and my mom calls me screaming on the phone. He's dead, he's dead, he's dead, he's dead. And I'm just like, my dad grabs the phone and is like, come home, come home, come home. And I remember like dropping the phone. I'm like, Hunter, like he's dead. He's dead. And I'm just sitting there frozen. And we pulled into a parking lot and like Hunter like whips it around and he's speeding to get back to my apartment. Jules is holding me so tight, like just like clenching my arm and my leg, like hold me. I like was such in shock.
Yeah.
That I couldn't even cry until like I got out of the car. Like I couldn't even like use my legs. Like I just collapsed on the ground.
I didn't cry either.
Yeah, I just collapsed on the ground. I remember going up to my apartment. Jules just grabbed a bunch of my shit and threw it in a bag and was like, we're going to OC. She drove her car to OC. We went home. And I just remember receiving phone calls from close friends, like we know. And everyone's just a mess. And that night was just awful. Like I came home to my dad just outside pacing. My mom just collapsed on the ground with her best friend. It was just awful. And like it's hard. Yeah. It was awful. That phone call alone is like one of the most traumatic phone calls I've ever received. And
yeah. The phone call I got from your mom was like,
it was just bad.
Because I think she called me after she called you.
Yeah,
So
I just like remember it's like I didn't even want to like I'm holding back.
Yeah.
Right now, but I just because it was just so it was a lot.
It's just like, how do you even like say the like I don't know. It was like the words being said were like just so surreal to me.
I was just like shook because I mean obviously we're human, but like to me it feels like my close friends and my loved ones are invincible, like will like live forever. But that's obviously not reality. So when that like hit, I was like, holy shit, I didn't sleep that whole night. I just was repeating what could have happened to him in my head, which made me sick. Like I threw up. Everything just made me sick. And thinking about it still makes me sick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was really bad.
It was just really bad. And I wish I was there. I wish it was like me over him for sure. Like he had such a beautiful life and was so young. He was only 19. Like he didn't deserve to die. Or like I just hate this epidemic that's going on in our country. It's really sad. Like I don't want anyone to die. Like from drugs, it's like fentanyl is so bad. It's killing like over 200 people a day now, like and rising. That's a lot of people. And it's getting laced now with like weed and obviously with like pills. And it's really scary. And I'm so glad there's like organizations now like End Overdose who like are giving out like Narcan, you know, for free and stuff, because it used to not even be legal in all states, which is can save your life or save a life. And now it is.
Literally carry that shit everywhere.
Me too. I carry it everywhere too. Like, and it's just like it's just it used to not be like this. Even when I was growing up, like it was never like this. Now it's really scary. And I just hope that if you're struggling, like find that light that gets you out. Just try to hold on to that light and get out. Like it's not worth it. Like being like a loved one to someone that was suffering is it's so hard.
Yeah.
It's a hard position to be in. Yeah.
It's the what ifs that really got me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Seeing him for the last time was like so honestly, I'm so lucky that I did. Like I'm so lucky that I did, because not you know, it was just like me and you guys. Like
I know.
I was like, and it felt special to me. But at the same time I was like,
yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
It was just surreal. You know? Like it didn't feel real at all until I saw him, and then I was like, okay.
Yeah.
Like,
I remember like going to the, I don't even know what place it is. I don't even know what it's called right now. I can't even think right now. But I remember like being in a room picking out where we would like put his ashes. And I had a freak out. I told the chick off. I was like, get the out. Like I was having like a full on mental breakdown. Like, I don't want to do this. Like, why is this happening? And I was just so angry that I was doing that. And then walking into that room was one of the hardest things I've ever had to do. And
it was the hardest thing I've ever had to do.
It was.
Like, I don't know. It made me realize that like life is like up.
Life is very short.
Yeah.
So that's why it's like when you talk about like bad friends that like you're not with anymore, it's like, or that you're not friends with anymore, it's like that's okay. Because
I do see things lighter. I see things in a lighter like way now. Like I think before I was just always like, why is everything happening to me? Like blah blah blah. And then after he passed, I was like, okay,
it's all part of the plan.
It could be so much worse. You know, like things. I literally was like, I've been through like the worst thing.
Yeah.
Literally ever. And I was like,
yeah,
it's gonna be fine.
Yeah.
Like I'm gonna get through it. And we're all gonna be fine. Because like if I can do that, I can really do anything.
Yeah. Like I would say like, you know, like the phrase like time heals all. I don't know if I would necessarily like agree with that.
That doesn't apply to this.
Yeah. I don't think time can heal all. I think with time things get better. And like we move forward with life. But it will always be a deep scar.
Yeah.
A deep cut scar.
It's just like,
you know what I'm trying to say.
I get really pissed off though. Like my birthday, I was like pissed.
Yeah.
Like, why am I turning 21 and he's not? You know, I was like, this is.
I know. It's all hard.
Yeah. I didn't start grieving until after my attempt, because I was like, I got to the hospital. They were like, girl, like, how did you, like, because sorry, girl. Sorry. This is like not funny.
It's like not funny at all. It's like
sorry.
So serious, but.
I just try to make light of things. But, like, even after, like, they were like, you shouldn't have woken up to make that phone call. Like, to be like, hey, like, hey, you need to take me to the hospital. Like, I shouldn't have even done that, but I did. And they were like, we don't know how you got up to make that phone call. And I was like, oh, well, I do. Yeah, like, I know how. It was Cooper. Like, absolutely. For sure. He was like, Sabrina.
Yeah, he's probably like.
He was like, seriously? Yeah. Yeah. So, like, after that, I took that and I was like, okay. Like, I'm going to get better now. I had to hit rock bottom to, like okay, no, I need to get better.
Oh, yeah, I understand.
Like, I needed to talk about it, and I just didn't. I was like, no. Because in my head, I was like, if I talk about it, it's real. Yeah. So I just was like, I don't want to talk about this. And then I just completely bottled it up, and then I exploded.
But now on the path to healing. I don't want to say it like that. On the path to healing.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah. I don't really know. Therapy is important.
For sure.
if it's different, I don't know. I think it's so different for everybody because everyone had such different relationships with him.
Yeah.
Like, it is so different. Like, you were his sister.
Yeah.
That was his girlfriend. Like,
so different.
Best friends. Like, your mom, like your dad. You know, everything is so different.
It's all so different. Yeah. I think, like, for me, I would just say, like, if you've been in a similar situation where you've lost a sibling, I would just say surround yourself with your close friends that love you and support you. You know, it was really beneficial for me to, like, have friends, like, sending food or, like, even, you know, like, that was just, like, making sure that I was, like, taking care of myself. Like, that was very, like, helpful. I would say, like, also, yeah, therapy, huge. And also just, like, taking time for yourself. Like, just go, like, sit outside and meditate. Like, sometimes you just gotta, like, feel it. Like, take a bath. Like, I would take a lot of baths because it would help me just, like, cry. Like, and, like, sitting there and, like, just, like,
I didn't do that.
Like, cry. Oh, yeah, cry. Sitting in the bath and driving, whoa, I cry the most because I'm alone and I feel, like, the safest there. So, like, I feel like those, like, help me, like, really process my emotions. But yeah, just I would say, like, what helps you with, like, hard times in life are your friends and your family and some therapy. And I mean, obviously therapy is expensive. So if you're, you know, I think there's other, like, ways you can get therapy, like, with insurance, or, like, talk to, like, someone that's, you know, like, an elder that can help you with, like, some advice. That's what I would say.
Yeah.
For sure. I don't know. But one of the most beautiful things that have come from this, no matter what, I always told Cooper when he was alive, I was like, you cannot break up with Sabrina. You guys are going to get married. We're going to be, like, official sisters. I always said that. Like, you know that. Your mom
called me after I told you, I told your mom that we were, like, breaking up. Your mom was like, no,
we can't accept this.
Like, no, you're not. I was like, no, I think we are.
But, like,
I was like, I need to move out. Like, he needs some space. Aww. And she was like, well, like, it's fine, though. It's fine, because that's not going to last. It's not like, it's like, yeah, y'all are broken up. Like, yeah, right. But she was just like, well, I can't, like, meet another girl. Like, I'm not doing this again.
Oh, my gosh.
She was like, no, like, yeah, that's it.
No, same. I was like, I'm not going to like anyone like how I love Sabrina. But, like, now it's like we're sisters for life. Cooper brought us together. I'm so happy. Like, me and you check in with each other, call each other, have lunch, dinners with each other all the time. Like, we talk about boys. We talk about our problems. We're very much like sisters. And, like, great. I can tell you anything and trust you with my life. And I'm so appreciative of you and love you so much. And I'm so blessed to have been introduced to you from my brother and get to know you and get to see you throughout your life. And whoever you marry, I'm going to love them, even though they won't be my brother. I'm going to love them.
You said that. I was like,
oh. No, but, like, it's all... Like, we're a family, and I support you and love you.
He gave me a family in LA. Like,
yeah. We'll always be family, sister. And I love you so much. And I'm so proud of you for being, like, vulnerable and recognizing that, you know, that you needed to grieve. And now you're just doing something beautiful with life. And I'm going to be happier and prouder of you.
I'm like, gonna cry. Oh my gosh. This is, like, the first time I've showed emotion in, like, months.
Well, on the 9th when we all are together, emotions out to play.
Woo!
Woo!
Yeah, I don't really have advice, to be honest. I'm still figuring it out. Like,
that's okay.
I don't know what I'm doing, but like, I'll be fine. Like, I got it, I think. I just also have great people around me. Like, I have you and your parents, and, like, it's, you know, and now I'm finally like, okay, guys, like, I'm not doing too hot.
Not doing too hot. I'm like, I got you, sister. I'll be there in 2 seconds.
Yeah,
literally.
Like, now that I'm like being open about how, like, I feel, like, it's easier because people are actually showing up. I'm like, whoa, wait, that's how that works. You ask for help and then you get help in return.
Yeah, it's a crazy concept.
Wow. Like, communication, it's wild. But
well, that's good advice though. Like, be vulnerable and open.
Yeah.
And, like, don't, like, suppress your emotions, because then, you know, people will come and show up and help you.
Yeah.
That's
also,
good,
like,
good advice.
if it's like a romantic relationship, don't sleep alone after that. Like, that you can't. That was my biggest thing, because I was so used to sleeping with Cooper. So I was like, I cannot. Like,
Oh, my friends didn't allow me. They would like they would take turns. Like someone would always be with me.
Me too.
Sleeping with me at all times.
At all times.
No, someone would be next to me even if I was just like so like miserable on my couch wherever I was. Someone was watching me at all times.
Yeah, me too.
Which is great, support.
It was great.
Those are the good friends that you keep. And the shitty friends, bye, clipped. No time for the drainers. No time for energy drainers.
He really did completely change the our entire it just changed our entire life. It really did. It's just crazy to think about. For sure.
I think I've definitely grown up a lot since then.
Oh my gosh, you're kidding me? I'm like 40 years old in my brain.
I'm like, I need to get married and have a baby next. Like, what do I do?
I don't.
I'm like,
I definitely don't need to do that. Nope.
I'm like, maybe ready. I don't know. I want, of course, I would never have a baby without the person that I love, my partner, my best friend, whatever. But when I have a baby and it's a boy, his name will be Cooper. Yeah. So thanks, Cooper, because now my baby is going to be Cooper Jr. No, not Jr., but Cooper. I don't know. Yeah.
Cooper Jr.
Cooper Jr.? I don't know about that one, but just Cooper.
Yeah.
He'll be cool.
He'll be
so cool.
He'll be very Cooper.
He'll be very Cooper.
Yeah.
The hair and everything. The hair.
Great hair.
Loved his hair. He loved his hair.
Oh my gosh. It was his entire personality.
Oh, but the perm days, absolutely not. No.
Oh, when he would make me curl his
that was so bad. Our family photos for Christmas with the curly hair. I was
but that one photo of me sitting
yes!
me curling his hair, that was a cute photo.
It was cute, but it's come on. I don't know.
Are you kidding me? Imagine how I felt about it. My fingers were always burnt because I'm always curling his short ass hair.
Yeah.
And I'm like, bro,
he did the most.
He did the most.
I would say me and Shannon did the most. Shannon would always go clean up.
Oh my god,
him.
Shannon was
she literally he'd be like, can you come sweep my floors? They're really dirty. She'd be like, on my way.
That's
I'm
the thing
Shannon.
about Coop. He had a way of just being
because she would never do that for Jaden. Actually, lies. She does do that for Jaden.
She does do that for Jaden. But
she would do it for Cooper over Jaden.
He has a way. He's just so charming that oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah. He would literally be he could be Shannon, come clean the cat litter, and she'd be like, okay,
on it,
on it,
be right there.
Me too, though. What? He'd be smoothie. I'm on. I'm
just one text, smoothie,
on smoothie, it. It's literally it's being whipped up.
I love it.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
He had a way with his words.
No, honestly, same. Whenever we'd be home, he'd be like, "Can you please go get me a dessert in the freezer?" I'd be like, "Fine." I don't know. I'd be like, "Sure." Here you go, my little child. Sure.
Yeah. He did have a way with his words. So annoying.
Oh, I miss him.
Yeah, me too. Thank you so much for being here and kind of crying with me. We're both there's tears in our eyes. We're sucking them back in.
We're laughing it out. We're
yeah. It's not funny.
Yeah.
We also everyone in our friend group copes with humor. So
yes,
it's just what we do.
It is what we do.
We just laugh it out.
We laugh it out. Doesn't mean that we've moved on.
No, we just don't know how. We have to, or else we will spiral. So
yeah,
we cope with humor, and it's great, and I wouldn't change it.
Yeah, same.
But yeah, thank you for being here.
I love you so much, and thank you so much for having me.
Of course. Make sure you subscribe to the Past Your Bedtime YouTube channel, and you can listen to the Brutally Honest podcast on all streaming platforms. I am Sab Quesada on any social media platform you could possibly think of.
And I'm Parker Blaine on social media.
I love you guys, and thank you guys for being here and tuning in and hearing us ramble on. But we love you, and you are supported and loved. And please, if you need help, communicate it and talk to your loved ones because you have them and they're there.
Bye.
Bye.